Hey guys, what's happening? This is D from the Mini Simmons Surfboard Facebook group. I thought I'd try this. Some of you have been asking about this shape, and I wanted to do more of these so we can, have a little bit more open conversation, and maybe I can even get a couple of you guys on here to show me some of your shapes too, and we can have a back and forth. But anyway. Most of you will probably see this later as a recording, but essentially this board, this is a 5.3, and I finished this board not too long ago, and I've been riding it quite a bit the last couple weeks, just absolutely loving it. It's a lot thicker than I usually go. And I wanted something that was going to replace my my longer Mini Simmons, which I've had, and I've put pictures of it on the Mini Simmons group. But essentially, when you start riding a Mini Simmons, what you'll find is that you'll want a whole bunch of different Mini Simmons, because like short boards or like other boards, the Mini Simmons can also have different nuances depending on how it's shaped, the size, the volume, the rails, the fins, right? So what happens is when you fall in love with these boards, you end up you don't just want one Mini Simmons, you actually want like 4. And you want one for when it's mushy, you want one for it's a little bit more solid, you want one to travel with, and that sort of thing. So this one, I just love getting I see a couple people are watching, what's up? So this one, I did glass on fins, and I really love having glass on fins. It really changes the way that the board responds. I know it's kind of old school, but I'm a firm believer that having the glass on, the board, it pivots differently. These fins don't flex as much as your box fins, which is for a Mini Simmons is a good thing. Now this particular Mini, it has quite a bit of volume. It's 5.3, almost 5.4, and it's got about almost 40 liters of foam. And just to give you, some stats, I'm almost 6 foot and I'm about 195 pounds. So my short boards are quite a bit lighter. They usually come in around 33 to 35 in the volume range. And this is the first time that I did a Mini of this much volume, and it sits a lot higher in the water because of that. And like I said before, this is really my longboard Mini, if you will. It's a board that I'm going to ride essentially when it's flat or it's really soft, like a lot of the summer waves, right? And it has almost 0 rocker, as you can see. Look at that thing. It's just straight up, right? And I'm actually going to be doing another one this week or next week, and I want to make some changes to this general design. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit more rocker in the front, okay? It's going to be a little bit thinner. I like this kind of style, so I'll do wide and short. That's kind of the way I like to go. And the fins, this is a lot of fin. And what I'm going to do on my next one, I'm actually going to shave these down maybe an inch or so. So I want to have a little bit smaller fins. And then something I usually do, I didn't do on this board, is always have a center fin box. Because if it does get bigger, you want that center fin to just give you a little bit more grab when you're surfing. So this is the 40 liter Mini that I'm just loving. And yesterday I got it backside, and it was really I could actually turn all the way around and kind of you know, and bring the fins back. And it took me a couple of weeks to wire it. And that's the other thing, you know, once you start riding your minis, give it a little bit of time, because every single board is going to be different. And you really need to figure out, you know, where to place your feet, you know, where the sweet spots are. This one's it's a little bit slow for my liking, but like I said, I made it to replace a 510, which was my very first Mini, which is kind of on the way out for when it's really small and just gutless. So this is my small gutless Mini, and I'll be doing my next one will be a little bit more performance, and of course I'll share it with you guys. So that's it. I hope you like it. You know, super fun. I love these boards. I can't say enough about them. And if you haven't ridden one, please ride one. And if you're shaping one, shape another one. Okay, bros. That's it. I hope you're well. Yeah. Cool. Hey, Sky. Good to see ya. All right, guys. Later.